Hey, welcome to Dinner with JP again. Tonight we are making tomatoes a la JP's mum. It's a recipe that my mum does when I will go home, and it's lovely. So let's go through the ingredients straight away. So we've got some bread, sliced bread. So I've got 3 slices of bread, but it could be any bread, any roll or anything. It's just to make some breadcrumb. Okay. We've got some black pepper as usual. We've got some salt. We've got olive oil. Now we've got 1 onion. We've got garlic, 1 clove. We've got some beef tomatoes. So I've got 6 or 3 each. That's for 2 people. And we've got sausages. Now if you're vegetarian, please use vegetarian sausages as well. Okay, so let's not waste any time and start straight away the cooking. Right, what we're going to do first is put the oven on full, or grill if you have it on grill as well, and we're going to put the bread in the oven. Okay, so I'm just going to take just a normal tray, just put the bread in the oven so it can dry, so we can have some breadcrumbs. Okay, so we've put the bread in the oven. Don't forget again, if I'm going too fast or if the bread is not ready when I'm ready with my bread, just press pause and start again when it's ready. Okay, now we're going to do the onion. There you go. Let's peel the onion. This is a very good recipe actually. I love doing that. I do it very often because it's so easy to do, as you will see, and it's absolutely lovely. Now in France you actually find all what we're doing now actually already made. What we call it is called chair à saucisse, which means flesh, sausage stuffing basically, and it's already prepared all together and just put in tomatoes. My mum does it herself, but you can actually buy it together. So let's cut the onion. Today we want in smaller pieces. So you see I'm doing smaller cuts. Just because for the dish it has to be a bit smaller. Now this one we've never done before, but I'm going to cut it halfway. So I'm holding the onion. That's it. And I'm cutting it halfway. And then once more. Do be careful when you do that, not to cut your fingers. And you cut it again, so you got thinner slices today. Now if you can't do that, just do it slowly. Pause and do it slowly, then just doing small bits at the end. Or if you got one of those devices actually cut the onion for you, please use it. So smaller slices than we usually do. So then there we go, a little bit, then a little bit again, then a little bit again. Okay, so we're going to cut down. So you see we've got more thin, smaller bits of onion than we usually have. There we go. That's it. Lovely. So I'm taking a mixing bowl, any mixing bowl will do. Okay, and I'm going to put the onions in. There we go. You can see the onions are there. Now garlic. Now we're going to do half cloves of garlic. So there we go. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. That should do. In my vegetable it. So keep an eye on your bread. Make sure your bread doesn't burn. Now, if you don't have an oven again, and you need to do bread, so just if you got some sliced bread, just put it in a toaster, and that should do the same trick. I was looking today on maybe looking for a flight for California. I haven't been over there for a few months now, and I'm looking forward to go back over there. It's very warm, it's lovely, like in England at the moment, cold, raining. So nearly done with the garlic. All my dishes are garlic so far, so you must feel a bit too garlicky. If you don't like garlic, don't forget you don't have to put it in. I'm only putting the things I like in there. Give a lovely taste. But if you really don't like garlic, don't force yourself, because there's no point. Just don't put it in. I'm looking at my bread, looking good. So there we go, one more. So half a clove of garlic, been peeled. There we go. So that is our garlic gone. So we're going to cut in small pieces again. Smaller than we usually do, so if you that looks good. Last night I was watching my favorite sitcom. Now, I'm not an old man, I'm only, 40 something, 41. But I love a program called The Golden Girls. She's from the 80s. But it's such a funny program, it really is. Right, so small pieces of garlic. We're going to put them in the bowl again. Yeah, mix it all up. Okay. Now, I'm just going to check on the bread. Oh yeah, it's getting nice and toasty. So, next thing you know, if you need to wash your hands properly, because we're going to touch the meat from the sausages. So, wash your hands properly. So, let's cut the sausages. Now, this is what we don't use the sausage, we use the meat from the sausages. So if you take a sausage like that, okay, and you press it, and you got the meat coming out at the end. And all you left is the skin. Okay, so you do this with all the sausages. It's a bit weird to do, but some supermarket you can actually buy sausage meat ready-made for stuffing, but it's usually around Christmas. Otherwise you can't actually find the meat itself. So let's just do that. There we go, nearly done. So we got the onions, we got the garlic, and now we got the sausage meat. There we go, so put this in the bin. That was quick enough. Okay, then what we're going to do, wash our hands. Make sure you do wash your hands properly, yeah, because it's pork meat and it's quite bad to keep it. Now, my bread is dry enough. Okay, so leave your oven on, because we're going to need the oven to cook the tomatoes after that. So what I'm going to do now is just make some, take my knife and just cut the bread in small pieces, like we've done with the garlic and the what's called onion. Okay, if you want maybe small slices, I mean however you feel. And if your bread is not ready like mine, you see it's just dried basically, just pause the video and do the same thing, and when you're ready put it back on. You see small pieces of bread, so I'm going to, half, then do small slices. Now looking at it, you see two slices would be more than enough, I think. Yeah, 2 slices will be good. Just depends on the bread really. If you got a bread roll, do the same thing. If you got one of those Magimix, Just put it through the Magimix. That's lovely. Okay, so 2 slices only. Absolutely lovely. Right, what I'm going to do now is put the bread in there. Don't worry, the moisture of the sausages will take everything off. Now salt, as usual, and plenty of black pepper. Very generous amount of black pepper for this one. And there you go. So now the fun part, we've got to clean our hands. We've been cooking for 11 minutes, so we're doing very well. So what we're going to do is mix everything together. So basically, there's only one way of doing that is use your hands. There's no other way, unless you got one of those Magimix, as I mentioned before, which you just use for that. I say hi to Maman and Papa en France. J'espère que tout va bien. Maman, tu vois, je fais les tomates à la maman Morillo. There we go. So you got nice stuffing made with bread. There you go. It's ready. Okay. Now you clean the mess a little bit because I've done a bit of mess. Wash your hands. There we go. Lovely. Now we're going to do the tomatoes. So tomatoes is very easy. Now if you don't have such a big ones, I'm quite lucky if you find some big beef tomatoes. Just use a smaller one, but more of them. Now I put 3 each because this is obviously a main meal for most people. So, but if you want to do less, you can always take the stuffing, as usual, and you can. So yeah, take the stuffing and put it in the freezer. So there's no worry about it. Okay. Now what we're going to do is you keep the top. Yeah. You just cut the tomato. You see, just on the top like that. Okay. Then you take a spoon and you empty the tomato like so. Hope you can see. There you go. And you put it in the dish. You do the same thing as the next one. Now keep the top, yeah? Because we're going to use the top. So you see, I'm going to keep the top for the cooking. There we go. So that's 2. So it's fairly easy. Cut the tomato at the top and empty the rest. Now with the juice and thing where I'm taking off now, same again as usual. If you fancy soup for lunch day after, if you got any vegetable left in your freezer or in your fridge, just put it with the juice and you'll have a lovely soup for the day after. So it's splashing everywhere, but that's the only way to do it. So you empty basically the inside of the tomato. See? There we go. 4. I'm actually thinking of doing one of the recipe in French to make it a bit more fun. So you can all follow me in French. If your French is not so good, you can always pause and look on the dictionary and start again. So that's our 6 tomatoes, which have been empty from the inside. Right. So next thing we're going to do is actually put stuffing in the tomatoes. We spent 15 minutes so far. There we go. So just going to put those here so you can see properly. Okay. So what you do, you take some stuffing and you put it inside the tomato. There you go. So you fill up the tomato. So don't worry, if you don't have enough, we can always push some more on the top afterwards. So that's it. That's it. Use your fingers. It must be clean, otherwise you will poison someone. Or maybe that's what you want to do. I don't know, but I do recommend to clean your hands. Look at that. So nearly full. So a bit more here and a bit more there. Don't be afraid of putting a bit more on the top, because we're going to put a little hat on the top after that. So that's it for the stuffing. Okay. And then you take the top and put it back on the top of the tomato. Now you don't know which one it is, but it makes no difference whatsoever. And that is it. We've got our tomatoes ready. Okay. Now what you do, you take those tomatoes and put them in the oven. Now I'm putting them now on full to begin with. Then after 10 minutes, you turn it to 220. So full to give you a good blast to start with. And then after 10 minutes, 220. Now it takes about 25 minutes to cook the tomatoes. So what I'll do, I'm going to leave you here. As usual, just press pause and we'll see you again in 25 minutes. Right, it's been 25 minutes. I just had to change my t-shirt because I realized I had tomatoes all over the front, which one should only wear clean clothes to broadcast on national webcam. So we've got the tomatoes. It's been 25 minutes now. I'm just going to take them out of the oven to make sure they are good. Careful, it's hot. Oh, they look absolutely wonderful. So this is what they look like. I hope yours look exactly the same. Now, same as before, we've done, you take a knife and you go right in the middle of it. And if it's hot in the middle, boiling, as it is, yeah, make sure it's done everywhere. Yeah, boiling hot, they are ready. Okay, so what next thing we're going to do is to serve them. So it's 3 each. So you go on the side. Just going to make sure it's looking good. So how to grab them? Well, very simple. You take 2 spoons, and then you grab them from underneath and you put them like that. So 1, 2, oops, stay with me, and 3. There you go. This is your meal. Tomate à la Cheppy's mum. So there we go. I hope they look good. So I really hope you're going to enjoy those because they're one of my favorite dishes. And enjoy your evening. Relax because you're going to have to, but maybe probably going to have to go back to work tomorrow. And I shall see you tomorrow for a new exciting dish. Hope you enjoyed it. You take care. Bye bye.